The message from the angels to you is brought to you today by the angel Miguel, and he tells you, you are special, you know why. My beloved, many times you regretted for not being the same as others, but this is something positive, because God made us all completely different, and even if you find people who are very similar to other people or even similar to you, they are completely different. This makes us unique, is the beauty of creation. It may also be that on many occasions you feel misunderstood, but you have to understand that you should not try to be like others. You have to be yourself, and you have nothing to be ashamed of and nothing to hide. In this special message that comes with light directly to your being, you must pay attention and open both your mind and your heart to absorb and find the real essence that dwells in you and achieve changes in your life. That is why, staying until the end, you will discover why this message was really for you and how much you needed it. Also, take advantage of the final advice to take your first big step. Sometimes you wanted to change the way you are, the way you act or speak. Sometimes you even wanted to change your physical appearance. You try to change yourself instead of loving yourself and being proud of overcoming everything you have lived. Is it really so important what others think of you? You don't need to change to fit into society or to be valuable, because you are already valuable enough. Social constructs are infinite, and nothing you do or say will please everyone. This is something you must take into account. It is impossible for a human being to please everyone, as there will always be someone who rejects you and points out your faults. This is something you cannot change, but you can learn to ignore what others tell you and be yourself, living from love and being guided by your being. Only in this way will you truly love yourself. God loves you just as you are at this moment. God knows your virtues and your defects and loves you with all of them. God loves you just as you are because you are His creation. In His eyes you will always be perfect, because you are part of Him and He is part of you. Every moment you are blessed and loved. God welcomes you in His arms. Understand that even if society asks you to renounce who you are, the Eternal Father will always love you as you are. You have many virtues and many gifts that you have not yet discovered. You are a unique and wonderful creature. You should be proud of who you are today. Although you have room for improvement, you are on the right track to do so. This is in itself a victory. Your mind has created an erroneous idea of yourself. You have been made to believe that you have to feel guilty for the way you are and think, for the way you see the world, and even for being true to yourself. You have felt the rejection of others, and because of this you were terrified to show who you really are. Do not hide your true nature, even if you thought for a while that the best thing to do was to build a shell over yourself. This only distances you from yourself and from God. Let the world see your true beauty. The spiritual path begins by destroying that armor, accessing the beautiful and beautiful that one day you decided to hide so as not to receive more damage. Awakened consciousness will help you understand why you should not hide from the universe. Develop it. The awakening of consciousness is a process of remembering who you truly are, of understanding yourself, remembering all the information that was stored in your soul. Spiritual elevation is what allows you to unlock that wisdom. Do not look for approval outside of yourself any longer. Look for it from the inside out. When you know yourself, you understand that it is the only thing that matters. Do not turn off your inner voice. Sometimes it will tell you things that may be painful, but remember that it is your soul that really knows the way and knows if you are deviating or taking the true path. Do not try to take the place of others or compare yourself with others, because nothing and no one can compare with you. Now and before we continue, I invite you to subscribe and share our channel. Your support helps us to create more valuable content for you. Remember and be aware that you are valuable and irreplaceable, a divine treasure. Do not listen to the opinions and judgments of others, for it will only take you away from your being and your happiness. You are what you are, with your virtues and defects, all that you have been and all that you have left to be. You have your own dreams and you should not let others stop you from achieving them. Stop living that lie you are in now and show yourself as you are, otherwise you will only end up hurting yourself. Let your being lead and not your ego. Aligning yourself with your being is being honest with yourself. It implies knowing and listening to yourself, taking care of your needs and recognizing your value. Connect with the balance of your whole self through self-awareness and self-care. Raising your awareness allows you to find your way, ignoring what others think of you. Acknowledge to yourself the work you have been doing spiritually. Every person has a unique role in the world. If you try to be someone else that you are not, besides not fulfilling your role, you are avoiding the gift that God gave you, which is His own existence. No one will be able to live your experiences or the love that only you can give to the universe. You are the one who must learn to be yourself regardless of what others think. Take care of yourself and your faith. Perhaps, for a long time you were the one who made others feel good, even if that meant feeling bad about yourself. The messages you received in your upbringing and development were always to put others before yourself. And that happened to virtually every soul. Do you understand then why what happens to you sometimes happens to you? Each and every one of the parents educated in the way they knew, because they also did not teach them these teachings that we lovingly bring you every day. But it is time to find you, to discover you, to give you your value, and to ask yourself if you really want what you want, and if it does you good that you are living right now, my beloved. No matter what others think of you or your life, no matter what others say. And if necessary, be unfaithful to others no matter who they are, to be true to yourself. You seem to be in a spiral and constantly surround yourself with people who hurt you as if they are the same pattern that manifests itself over and over again. And it repeats and repeats and repeats. And if you realize, possibly that pattern has accompanied you throughout your life, and who knows if other lives as well. That pattern is there and it repeats itself because you have to break it, you have to nip it in the bud. It does not matter what kind of pattern it is. The important thing is that you pay attention and understand that break it and change is only in you. In your behavior, my beloved. Life puts situations and people in your path that will help you develop your potential, learn what you have to learn, and bring into play your skills, tools, strengths, and resources to overcome everything in this life you are living. You have evolved based on people and experiences. And you have to understand that true learning is in the experiences. Always walk without fear of being alone, because you always have all the beings of light working at your disposal. It is normal to give you pauses, to make a stop, but always come back to resume the path. You have grown, evolved, overcome obstacles, possibly illness, and have discovered parts of you that you did not know existed. You have been discovering yourself little by little, my beloved. You had the courage to go ahead even though you saw yourself alone. You should not look for someone to pretend to be that person. You are already really unique and special. Being in the background is comfortable for you and the ego, but not for your higher self. It's easier, yes. You don't stand out in anything, you don't shine. Therefore, you are not the center of criticism either, because possibly you still care about criticism. But you don't let the world see you either. You don't let yourself be seen in that wonderful reality you desire. You peek into the world on the sly, as one who has something to hide, and that makes the world does not look at you, what you are, what you can contribute to the whole, my beloved. It's like playing in the background. There are many people who go through life on tiptoe, without developing everything they have inside, without showing their inner brilliance, because they hide it as if it were something worthless. And they do not share with the world what they are. Are you one of those people who act like that, my beloved? Maybe you have not thought about it, but if so, you are depriving the world of the opportunity to know you and to show God that you are proud of who you are, proud to carry it in your heart as a trail of bright light that illuminates your days and your existence. Now I ask you, are you willing to tune your mind to the melody of success and allow prosperity to flow to you? Today, I have left in the description a powerful tool that will help you and bring you closer to your happiness, peace, and tranquility. I invite you to get to know it. Be proactive and open the doors to a future where success and prosperity are your daily reality. Do not underestimate the power of now. The opportunity you have today to change your life will never present itself in the same way again. Act today, go for the description, and create the tomorrow you deserve. Blessings forever.